Peace, peace, and good morning, my peoples. What's good? It's your boy, Sincere 7, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. I'm going to ask you early, as soon as you turn the video on, please share this video. Y'all asked me to start sharing information that can be utilized, that can be thought through, that can be shared and expressed, and to stop, sharing all of my opinions and thoughts on relationships and things like that. And I found that since I've started speaking more about the different things that we need to share with one another, I'm actually getting less shares. So it seems like when I'm being controversial and messy, people like it and they share all of it. But when I'm teaching and when I'm trying to offer people health, I don't get as much, which is kind of funny to me. Like maybe I need to be a little ratchet. But no, having fun, y'all. Today I wanted to kick it, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but the earlier I go, the more serious the subjects be. That's what I'm starting to realize. It's like when I get up in the morning and something is really on me, it's like, yo, this is real. Let me go ahead and get it out, right? As opposed to when I be waiting later on in the day, I done went through a few things and had time to think about all types of different things. Come on, 4 or 5 o'clock, and it be, you know what I mean, mix and mix, right? Good with So saying all that to say that this one is a serious one, and I do feel like it would be a benefit for you to share this. So today we're going to talk about the sacred animal venoms and the utilization of them while pregnant. I've had uptick all of a sudden for some reason, and questions coming to me concerning pregnancies and having children and utilizing the sacred medicines or whatnot. And got some information for y'all. Okay, so we're gonna sit and kick it for that. We're gonna sit and we're gonna kick it about that for a little bit. So I'm not going real deep. I'm not going into a whole bunch of different things. I really kind of want to speak about these couple things for a minute because it's very serious. So, as again, today's video is about the use of sacred animal venoms and while pregnant, breastfeeding, and things of this nature. So, what is Kambo and snake venom, and what are they for? Let's touch on those a little bit before we go in depth, right? So the Kambo is the secretion from the phylum Medusa bicolored tree frog. Okay, this frog in its natural environment, it's a cute little harmless frog, and it lives in a place where everything wants to kill it. So the protection mechanism. Oh, hold on, we got a couple comments. Can we talk about using them on children too? Yes. Yes, we can. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to talk about using them on children too. So, the bicolor Medusa, phylum Medusa bicolor tree frog, right? It's in a place where, in an environment where everything is trying to kill it, right? Everything is trying to compete, to eat, to kill, right? So this little cute little frog hopping around in the little rainforest, its protection mechanism is what the secretion is. So this way, if something stings it, bites it, poisons it, tries to give it a bacteria or an infection or whatever like that, the secretion comes out and it neutralizes the poison or the virus or the bacteria that is trying to overtake the frog, right? So through a mystical arts practice, where we take the secretion off of the frog and implement it into our bodies to allow our bodies, which are bioactive to the peptides, to absorb them into our lymphatic system, spread them throughout our body, and utilize them for our own cleansing, our own detoxification, and our own protection. This phylum Medusa bicolored tree frog secretion is said to last from anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So this is what I used for my protection as my vaccine when this virus that was going around the U.S. was going around. As the medicine man at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, when people would test positive for this virus, I would tell them, come on over to the pad and get Kambo. And when they would show up, I'd be like, hey, take the mask off. This is a medicine house. You don't wear medicine masks in the medicine house. And they say, but I got that virus though. I'm positive. And so I can give it to you. And I say, if I'm telling you that I can cure you from something, with something, and protect you from it, and when you get here, I'm doing something to protect me from you, then you shouldn't believe me. So please, take the mask off. So, this is how we operated with the Kambo to show people there is nothing that we are worried about. Those of us in the Psychonaut Academy Detroit who were taking Kambo throughout 2020, I'm not aware of not one of us who were taking Kambo within 4 to 6 months that caught any viruses. Okay? So, this is how we utilize the Kambo. Snake venom. All right. It's about to get good here. Kambo is 7.5%. So a person with lymphoma or any lymph adversaries can benefit from. Hell yes. Hell yes. Yes, most definitely. When I see lymphatic issues, I'm like, oh, okay, hell yeah, come on, I'll talk to you. Hit me with a consultation. I got you. Most likely you'll be a client, right? So yes, I don't ever just say whatever you say. Oh yeah, it'll help. I always say get a consultation because we got to go deeper. But just off the rip, looking at what you're asking me, yep, I'm already feeling like, oh yeah, we could do something for them. Had them hit me up, right? So to answer that question, yes. So the Kambo, the cleansing and the detoxification and the protection, 7% peptides in every Kambo administration. So if I give you a gram of Kambo, only 7% of that is peptides. When we're using snake venom is 90% peptides. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So when we're thinking about the power in the Kambo, keep in mind it's less than 10% of the Kambo that's actually working on us. When you use snake venom, it's 90%. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that like that? Because I need people to understand that this is a little controversial for me, but I got to teach it how I teach it, and I can't worry about those that might feel some type of way or get mad or feel offended. So those of y'all who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you all don't, that's fine. But the ideas that are being spread that taking Kambo and snake venom while pregnant from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, I'm telling you that we do not condone, teach, support, acknowledge, or accept the usage of Kambo or snake venom by any woman that's pregnant. Let me be clear. %90 peptides in snake venom, which is the reason why it is alchemized into a solution to be able to utilize medicinally. With Kambo, we take the Kambo directly off of the frog and we utilize it. The Kambo is already alchemized for our usage. The snake venom, very, 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 very concentrated, and it has to be alchemized to be used for a human-based therapy, first of all. Now, with that, there are proteins and peptides within snake venom and Kambo that are destructive to the umbilical cord, to the placenta, bad for the blood, and adds unbalanced levels of certain peptides that cause harm, okay, to the child, to the mother, and to the placenta. I'm not sure of how many of you all have heard of preeclampsia, but let's talk about preeclampsia for a minute. If you don't know, Google it. Google preeclampsia, okay? Because I'm not about to go deep into it, but I will say that this is an issue that is taking place in our community with a lot of women. Well, I'm not going to say with a lot of women, but with women, okay? It's an issue that women have while they're pregnant, giving birth, or afterward, right? And preeclampsia. So I want to speak to you all about the science to snake venom. I think that there's a lot of focus on the spirituality of snake venom and the character growth and development, and then they leave it there, some people. And I feel that people who teach about the snake venom and the Kambo do not talk, teach, or touch on enough the science behind it. I'm all about the spiritual realms, right? But let's be clear. Snake venom is more of a scientific, medical modality than it is a spiritual modality. This is not a psychedelic, y'all. This is not mushrooms. This shit is not harmless, okay? So I'm going to read a little something from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit's Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training Class. Okay? So we're going to go to this chapter, and this is about preeclampsia. I want you all to listen to this. The cause of preeclampsia is not known. Research indicates that the tachinin peptide, neurokinin peptide B, may play a role as placental expression of the TAC3 gene, which codes for NKB, was found in high levels in women with preeclampsia. Listen, usually not located in peripheral tissues, high levels of TAC3 gene were found in both maternal plasma and placental blood, including blood from the umbilical cord. TAC3, in this case, was able to secrete NKB in order to affect the circulation of the fetus. Additional studies done on rodents introduced with high levels of NKB indicated the vasoregulatory properties of the peptide, such as the vasoconstriction found in cases in preeclampsia. Listen, increased NKB secretions seem to be caused by defective implantation or invasion of the embryo at the trophoblast stage. In most cases of preeclampsia, the trophoblast was unable to fully invade the uterine lining and has been an almost constant feature in documented cases. This leads to increased signaling of NKB factors. In cases of defective implementation, NKB receptor NKB binds, the peptide can cause both constriction and dilation of the blood vessels. The NK1 receptor was studied and found to cause vasodilation, while the NK3 receptor was found to cause vasoconstriction. Higher levels of NK3 receptors seem to be found in pregnant women suffering from preeclampsia. NKB, usually found in the brain, has been found in the placenta at a concentration of 2.6 times that of the NKB in the brain, possibly leading to the onset of preeclampsia in mothers. Close of Kambo peptides. So, what that's explaining is the peptides in Kambo, which is 7% bioactive, only 7% of the entire Kambo, the 16 known bioactive peptides within Kambo. One of them is known to increase NKB, which increases the chances for preeclampsia in the women, in the uterus, in the womb, in the placenta. Why am I talking about this like this? Because 7%, something that we have been utilizing in the US for, what was it, since the 70s? I have to go back, don't quote me on that. But 40, 50 years, we have hundreds of Kambo practitioners within the US. Let me be clear. We have less than 20 snake venom practitioners within the US. This is brand new as a practice in the US. And from what I have witnessed, the majority of the practitioners are not dealing with science. They're dealing with spirituality. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel that there needs to be more attention to the science included in these venoms before just going out and speaking about what they could possibly do spiritually. Okay? So with that being said, the reason I brought up the Kambo, the preeclampsia from the bradykinin peptide, which is one of the 16 known peptides in the 7% bioactive solution of Kambo, I'm saying this to say now I'm switching over from Kambo to talk about snake venom. Kambo is 7%. Snake venom is 90%. 90% peptides. Why am I saying this? Because although I'm a snake venom practitioner and I speak about the benefits, the things that it can help, the things that it can alter, the things that can change your life for the better, let's be clear. It's still a poison, venom, toxin. There are still peptides and proteins within these venoms that have not been isolated and looked upon. Why is that important? Because if Kambo is 7% bioactive peptides, and there's one of them that causes preeclampsia and other issues within the womb, what would make us think that a snake venom that is 90% bioactive with peptides, hundreds, 16 known in the Kambo, hundreds in the snake venoms, why do I think that we should be using this while women are pregnant? I do not. Let me be very clear. I do not condone the use of snake venom while you're pregnant. Let me be clear. In my studies myself, I have found, I forgot the name of it. I'll go back and get the name for those who like to do the knowledge themselves, which you should. Do the knowledge yourselves, my peoples. I don't care if you call me and ask me questions and I answer all the questions. Don't be like, all right, bet, I'm ready. I'll be there next week. Fuck that. Go and look at everything that I just told you and see if you can verify it for yourself. Let me be clear. The person that I learned from, I'm just being honest, the person that I learned from, my class, I have it recorded, when I went and self-studied everything that I did for the months that I did to learn what I did, I learned that half of the stuff that I was told was bullshit, incorrect, and not right. Period. I don't have a problem saying that. And so I'm saying this to say that we don't need to just have a person tell us, oh yeah, that's what I do. You can listen to me. No. Always do your own focused research, y'all. Even if it's going and verifying what I told you. Okay, so with that being said, there is a peptide that is inside of snake venom that is known to destroy umbilical cells, umbilical cord cells, literally. Keep in mind what these venoms were for. Yes, these venoms are here for medicinal use for us, by us, once we get them and alchemize them. But directly from the snake, this is for protection from threats and to catch its prey. It is a destructive modality until it is alchemized into the proper solution for human therapy usage. That doesn't mean that now we're going to also give it to the babies while they're in the womb and they are still developing. Me personally, I think it is the most irresponsible thing to do to give snake venom and or Kambo to a pregnant woman. Anybody can do what they want. This is what 7 says. 7 says that shit is wrong. 7 says any woman that is pregnant should not, please do not conduct snake venom and Kambo ceremonies trying to create super babies, because your idea of super might not be what you actually get. Okay? Now, let me go a little bit further. What about when I'm breastfeeding? Or what about if I'm trying to get pregnant? You want to know what I say? Both of those, Kambo and snake venom, go for it. If you're having difficulties with conceiving, Kambo, men and women, if you're a couple and you're having problems conceiving, Kambo is the first thing that you both need to do. You both need to go through 3 applications, administrations of Kambo. Kambo is so good for the woman's reproductive system. If you all are watching this video, I ask that you please share it. And if you do share it, please type 7 in the comments. I'd like to know who my supporters are. So, Kambo is excellent and awesome for the reproductive system, especially for the woman's reproductive system. Okay? So when we talk about balancing the hormones, balancing the womb and the what is that called? The PMS, premenstrual, your menstrual cycle. Yeah, your menstrual cycle. What they coming out like off the venom. I know they come out super baby off the shrooms. Okay, got you. So that's what we're talking about. There's been talk about creating super babies in the womb by utilizing snake venom. I am not with that. I do not support that. As a matter of fact, I think that is the most irresponsible thing to tell women in our community. And I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, we all responsible for each other in this community, right? This is no diss on nobody. I'm not speaking on nobody else. I'm speaking from what I feel like our community needs to know, okay? So with that being said, I am totally in support of mushrooms while pregnant. I have mushroom babies, and I am a advocate speaker about creating super babies by utilizing entheogens while the babies are in the womb. Let's be clear. What physical damage can mushrooms do to you? Not your baby, to you. None. So of course, utilizing it when you're pregnant is going to increase the ability of the baby's consciousness. We're dealing with the consciousness of it. But when we're dealing with snake venom, we're dealing with the physiology. We're dealing with physiology and biology. We're dealing with the breakup, buildup, and the breakdown of the physical body. When we're dealing with pregnant women, we're dealing with a developing fetus. Why do I want to put something that breaks things down into a woman while she has something that is developing? No, I don't agree. I totally disagree. And I think that is irresponsible to tell women in our community. Again, I'm going to say it again. There are venoms that have peptides that destroy the umbilical cord cells. There are peptides and proteins that have yet to have been acknowledged yet. No, we're not using this on pregnant people. All right. So, all right, 7. I got Kambo and snake venom while I was trying to conceive. Then I got pregnant and I used mushrooms through the pregnancy, and I just had my baby last week. What do you think if I go and take snake venom or Kambo and I'm breastfeeding? Hey, I am in support of that. My children, the mother of my children, after giving birth, utilized snake venom and Kambo. And let me be clear, when Sweet Baby was born, Sweet Baby, for whatever reason, did not match her mother's milk. For whatever reason, it was something about her milk that it gave my baby horrible gas. Air would be in her system, and it would just be the worst thing. And no matter what, we changed the diet, we changed how to feed her, when. I'm just all types of things, and it just kept giving my baby the most uncomfortable gas. So we made the decision. I think she was around 4 to 6, somewhere, a few months. It was like I would rather my baby use formula than I would her go through all of this pain. And so we switched over to utilizing formula. That was one of the hardest things. Her mother was distraught, but it was the betterment of the child. And like I told her, if we have a farm and for whatever reason something happens on our farm, and now you have to go to the grocery store to buy groceries, do you think that's going to affect our child negatively? That's the same way I see it. We're trying to breastfeed. It's not working. It's causing uncomfortabilities. Let's go ahead and use the formula. I have children that were raised on formula, you know what I'm saying, because of the mother not being able to be there. Mia, peace queen. So I'm saying to that is it was something that had to be done. It was alteration we didn't want to, but for the betterment of our child, that's what we decided to do. Sweet baby got some type of cold or some type, she's coming snot, some mucus coming out her nose and coughing. And, we like, oh shoot, she needs some Kambo, right? Now, but she's a few months old. So we asked one of the sisters in the community who also had her baby at the same time that, the mother of my children had Sweet Baby, and she had just came and got Kambo. And so we reached out to her like, hey, do you mind if we get some of your breast milk to give to our daughter so that she can receive the peptides and the proteins that are within your breast milk so that she can heal from what she's going to. The woman obliged, brought us some breast milk. We gave it to our baby. The next day she was healed. So what I'm saying is Kambo, while breastfeeding, is actually beneficial. The baby gets the peptides from the mother. The baby doesn't receive the toxins. So the baby is getting the best part. Okay? She's getting the breast part. Remember, the cream rises to the top. That is no good, goes and falls to the bottom to be excreted. So snake venom and Kambo while pregnant, I support. Boom. And I actually what's that word, advise or refer, like I would say, hey, like, yeah, if you can go get it, definitely, because how else do we protect the babies? If me and my family are taking Kambo to protect us from the different viruses that are going on in the community, and now we have a baby that's brand new to the world, we're not going to get a baby Kambo. So how do we protect the baby? Because as soon as the baby's born, the mother takes Kambo. Yeah, like shit, within a month, she was taking Kambo so that that protection can be passed on to the baby. Okay? So, same thing with the snake venoms. Same thing. The peptides and the proteins will be delivered to the baby. The toxins will not affect the baby, right? So we got to know what it is we're trying to work with and where it needs to go, and what the results of that are. So, as the queen said, what about with the children? Very good question. My answer to that is for what? Right? For what? What's it for? Right? So when we're dealing with Kambo and we're dealing with children, well, if your child is breastfeeding and you are taking the Kambo, there's no reason to give it to the baby. Now, what's the average age to stop breastfeeding, y'all? What's the average age? Somebody type in the average age to stop breastfeeding. Because this is kind of where I'm going. It's my answer to this, but it's not across the board. Some people breastfeed until their children are 3, 4 years old. Some people stop breastfeeding around 1 or 2. From my understanding, the average age to stop breastfeeding is about 2 years old. From my practices, that's the average age that I will begin giving Kambo to a child. Right before his second birthday. Breast milk is the perfect way of transferring medicine to children. That's correct. Okay, 313 Yogi said 4. Breastfeeding until 4. Okay, right? See, that's what I'm saying. Some people will do it that long. I prefer my children around 2, you know what I mean? 2 years old. I think, like, you know, me personally, I feel like if you have a conscious eating and dietary laws within your family, 2 years old, when they start eating, you know, the food that you eat, is the time to start weaning them off. Now, if your dietary laws within your household sucks, breastfeed that baby till 4. Give them a good chance. God dang. God, at least your body is turning the bullshit into something usable for the child. So if you got it fucked up eating dietary laws in your house, breastfeed until 4. If your shit's good, shit, you can wean that baby off at 2 years old. You can also pump your breast milk and give it to anyone in your house. That is correct. Now, me personally, I would just use Kambo myself. I wouldn't say, well, you had Kambo, let me drink your breast milk. For me, it's just for the babies, right? But so when it comes to children, have I given my children Kambo? Yeah. I gave my daughter Kambo. She was 2 years old. She just, I think, just turned 2, maybe a few weeks after her second birthday. Um, and I did give her Kambo for an illness that was going around. We went on some travels, and she contracted illness. It was when what was that? RSV, that in the lungs and the chest, right, was going around, and we were doing our traveling medicine work, and my daughter, you know, came upon another child, and they were playing, and you know, I could hear the other child's breathing, so and you know, the mucus coming out, so we knew she had something. But once we returned home, our baby had the same symptoms. After like 2 weeks, it was like 2. I'm like, wait a minute, we've been home for 2 weeks. Why is she still coughing? Why is she? No, 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 no. She got that. You know what I mean? Boom. She needs Kambo, and we gave her Kambo for the first time, and she took it like a champ. Oh, I was so proud of my baby. She took it like a champ, right? And the illness was gone over the next day or two. So, Kambo, I am fully in support of giving it to children. Snake venom in children. Uh, Again, my question is always why? For what? What one, Brethren? You all right? So, when it comes to snake venom in children, automatically I'm like, for what? Like, why? What's wrong? What's wrong with the baby? What they got? Because do we really need character growth and development on a child? Like, you're 2. You haven't even grown into your character, right? So why do I need to try to alter it or to save it or anything, right? No, I'm good. All right, well, what about for spiritual attunement? Shit, babies is the most spiritual individuals on the planet. And as they get older, we teach them how to lose and misuse and get away from their spirituality. So, nope, can't see it in that one. Oh, harm reduction specialist services. Oh, so there's something doing this child harm, and they need to reduce whatever it is harming them, then yes. If you bring me a child that has cancer, or a child that has MS, or a child that has arthritis, or any of these things, then does the same apply with mushrooms? Mia Brown, does the same apply with mushrooms was the question. Does the same what? Because I just read it and I'm not sure what I was saying at the time when you asked that. But if you could, you know, give me a little bit more detail on what you're asking, I'll answer that question. And again, if you all are watching this video, please share it. This is one of those videos that I feel like, you know, is something that can be utilized in our community. It's not a whole bunch of nonsense or my personal feelings and emotions. So please share it. And after you share it, press 7. So, um, where were we at? We were at, oh, the snake venom with children. And that I always ask, for what? Why? If there's a condition within this child that we utilize the snake venoms to treat, then I'm not going to act like just because you're a child, you can't have it. Then, well, this is what you have. Like, let's do it, right? But outside of that, I personally don't see a reason to be giving children snake venom. Kambo, yes. Snake venom, only if you literally need the harm reduction specialist part of it. Does psilocybin have any effect on breast milk? Oh, okay, Nia, you must have got here a little late. So what I was explaining was that the idea of creating the super babies by utilizing the modalities that we as psychonauts use comes from the idea of utilizing the magic mushrooms in pregnancy and while breastfeeding. I am in total support of it. There are not toxins that destroy the body. There are not things that alter the physical body when utilizing the magical mushrooms. These are for the psyche, for the brain, for the consciousness. So, with that being said, your physical is not being altered. So, I find that it is safe, and I also promote the usage of high gram mushroom usage while pregnant. However, when we're talking about snake venom and Kambo, these are animal medicines, venoms that cause physical response. They're bioactive within the physical body. So they cause chemical changes within the physical body. They break things down. They build things up. They stop things from releasing. They start things to release. And they cause a lot of chemical reactions within the body. And me personally, I am not in support of causing outside chemical reactions within the body of individuals that have a embryo within them that is developing. You have a child in you that is developing. I do not want to give you anything that will alter or destroy anything, especially utilizing something that has not been utilized. Let me just be clear for those of y'all who don't know. Other snake venom practitioners might not tell you this. I will. Every single one of you all who take part in snake venom medicines from 2020 up until now and over the next at least 3 years, you are the clinical trials. You are the clinical trials. So anybody who's sitting here telling you, oh, nah, you good, go ahead and do it. I'm asking, where did they get that information? Why would I tell you to do snake venom while you're pregnant when there's 90% peptides that cause a chemical reaction in the physical body, and the majority of them have not been studied individually? You are the clinical trials. Me personally, I don't have a problem with being that. I do have a problem with bringing my unborn children into that. I did not and would not give any of the mother of my children snake venom when they're pregnant, or Kambo if I know it. So have I given Kambo to individuals that have been pregnant? Yes. We didn't know they were pregnant. And when we found out they were pregnant, we immediately stopped utilizing those medicines until after they gave birth. So, does psilocybin have an effect on breast milk? It can you pass? I think what you're asking is, can you pass the uh, active ingredient to the child through the breast milk? Yes. And me personally, I don't have an issue with that. I promote it. My babies is mushroom babies. We were going in on high gram dosages, repeated dosages. But no, I am not in support of utilizing snake venoms in the Kambo while pregnant. While you're trying to give birth, you're trying to conceive a child, I promote the usage of Kambo and snake venom. This will assist you. While you're pregnant, I say back up, use the entheogens. After giving birth, come on back and start using the Kambo and the snake venoms again. Okay? That's my message to my community. That's what I'm telling you all. I'm not responsible for what anybody else tells you all. Um, it's not my business. My business is what I teach. And furthermore, if there is another medicine man or practitioner teaching anything different, I'm open to hearing it. I'm open to hearing why they're in support of it or why they see things differently than I do. I'm always open to it because that's what we are. We are studiers. We are sharing information. So if you got a practitioner who is practicing clinical trials on giving it to pregnant women and you want to try it, by all means, go ahead. But if you all are coming to me, I'm letting you know as a practitioner, I'm not going to do it. If you tell me you're pregnant, I'm not going to be giving you Snake Venoms and or Kambo to try to create a super baby within you. I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to go to somebody else. I'm not going to be, preeclampsia, the destruction of the, what's that thing that you get, the umbilical cord, as well as other things that are being altered, destroyed, or onset. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. All right. So, any questions, comments, concerns? Is there anything that I didn't touch on that you all thought I was? You was kind of waiting, like, okay, I'm gonna wait till we get to this. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. Y'all know I'm here for y'all. Please share this video. Um, if you are interested in learning more, log on to psychonautdetroit.org. Fill out the email request list so you can stay in tune with everything, and then request a consultation. And I'll be sure to get with you so we can discuss the things it is that you're trying to learn about or figure out. Now, all of this talk about Kambo and snake venom, and I didn't mention the bufo, but the other animal venom. What about those people that are interested in becoming facilitators of the sacred animal venoms? Well, we have released next year's schedule for the class. There's 4 classes next year. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for a class now and get a payment plan scheduled so you can make payments up until the time that it's time for your class, log on to psychonautdetroit.org, or if you are following on the site, I just put to scroll across the bottom, the website to go to log on and ask for more information on the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training class. Okay, so, hold on, we got another comment. Been watching you and duly since throughout my pregnancy. I'm very much drawn to the medicine. I'm in California. Do you travel? Hey, Mia, good question. I'm glad you asked that. Perfect timing to ask that too. Because yesterday I did a video discussing the 4 classes for Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training class and when they're scheduled. So you can log on to psychonautdetroit.org and see those 4 classes when they're scheduled. We can get you signed up. I also spoke about the Medicine Man Tour. I'm a traveling medicine man. And so I just put 5 cities on tour for next year. 2024, I will be traveling to Austin, Texas, 3 times a year, to Atlanta, Georgia, twice, to Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 times a year, to Baltimore, Maryland, 3 times a year, and right outside of San Francisco, California, 3 times a year. So California is, in fact, on my travel to tour, and I will be there 3 times out of the year in 2024. Also, I've let it be known that if individuals are interested in having me come to your city or putting your city on the tour list, that is a possibility. Log on to psychonautdetroit.org and fill out for a consultation, and we can talk about it, please, Bridget, and I can go ahead and add your city to that list. Okay? So, yes, Mia, I do travel, and yes, I am coming to California. The other thing that I spoke about was the in-city retreats that I am hosting here in Sunrise, Florida. So that is where if you want to go on a retreat, you want to do medicine work, you want to do fungi work, you want to do animal medicine work, you want to do plant medicine work, you want to do yoga, meditation classes, magic, whatever it might be, you can secure yourself an in-city retreat in Florida. We got 3 days, 4 days, and 5-day retreats. So when you come down, your food is included, your lodging is included, your transportation is included, all of the medicines are included, all of the fungi is included. When I say everything's included, what I mean is literally you can wake up every day and be like, I want to try this, let's do that, I want to do that too, I want to do, and I'm like, okay. You burn yourself out, that's on you. I'm saying it's just like you go on anywhere else on a retreat, and they like, we got food over here, and they got jet skis, and they got zip line, and usually people will pick something to do oh, I'm gonna go zip lining today, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to the dunes, and then the last day I'm going to the cave in the water, and I'm gonna hang out in the water, right? They don't like, oh, try to do every single thing that's offered. If that's what you want to try to do, that's on you. So, I'll just throw that out there. Dope. I'm in the Oakland, so it's up. Oakland. I'm not sure how far that is from the San Francisco area, but I will be in Cali. So, that week that I come, even if you want to, if it is a few hours away and you want to get a B&B and drive up and stay for the traveling tour that I'm doing, because when I come to those cities, I'm staying for it's from Sunday to Thursday. Every time, wherever I pop up, 15-minute drive. Awesome. You're there then. So I'm going to be there from Sunday to Thursday. I get there on Sunday. We start the medicines that night. Boom. Then the next morning, then that last night, we do an overnight thing. So there's 3 legs to the retreat. There's the first trimester, which is the first 4 months of the year, the second trimester, and then the last trimester. So in the first trimester, I'm going to each one of those states. And we're going to do snake venom, we're going to do Kambo, and where's my book? What else? Kambo, snake venom, cacao with the sacred fungi, rape and sanaka. So the first trimester, every time I hit each one of those states, that's what we're doing. Then the second trimester, which is May, June, July, and August, I'm coming back to all of those states. And this time we're going to do Kambo, snake venom, and Yopo. For those who don't know, Yopo is a plant-based 5-MeO DMT. So it's bufo from the toad. It's a plant-based version, and it's blown into the nostrils like rape. That's why on the first trimester, I'm introducing everybody to rape. So when I come back, you'll already be used to having a medicine that is administered through the nostrils, and you can take part in the rape ceremony. Then in the third trimester, I come back to all of those cities, and we're going to do Kambo, snake venom, and ayahuasca. Yes, right? So those have already been scheduled as well. They're already scheduled. The dates are down, everything. So if you're interested in taking part in that, link with somebody in Atlanta, Charlotte, Baltimore, Austin, Texas, or outside of San Francisco, California. Or go ahead and figure out when the dates that I'll be traveling there. You figure out those dates, traveling with me. Meet me there, take part. Or reach out to me, request a consultation, and see if I will agree to bring the medicines and the modalities to your city. I'm traveling all year. It's nothing to me. Like, I enjoyed this year so much that I was like, yo, I'm doing this again. Like, the traveling and the meeting all of these different people and eating all the different foods and being like in all of these different cities and states and seeing how people live. It is absolutely awesome. Traveling is definitely one of the most awesome things to do. So thank you for the question, Mia. I am traveling. I will be in your state. Come through and see me. So, do I have any questions, comments, concerns? Kayla said, Texas is your new home. It is, baby. Y'all done showed me so much love. I love y'all like y'all love me. I promise you, I swear on it. Texas is my new home. It really is. I'm even debating, I had been debating leaving Florida to actually relocate to Texas. I thought about it. It just hasn't got me there yet. I absolutely love Florida, y'all. I absolutely love it. My soul is happy here. Not me personally, my personality and character and the happiness within. No. My soul is happy here. And that's something that I'm like, what they say, if I had a happy soul, I would trade, I would trade everything for it, or I would trade everything in the world to be happy in my soul. There we go. So why trade everything when I could just pay something, because, I don't know what you all's rent is, or, cost of living, But here in Florida, listen, this is 3 times, more than 3 times what I was paying in Detroit. In Detroit, I had that 3-bedroom, the pad that y'all used to come to. This is 3 times that, and it's smaller. I got 2 bedrooms here. But my soul is happy. This water, for those of y'all, the water's right here. I'm looking at the water. I'm sitting in front of the water. Like, if y'all can see the reflection in the window, that is a lake right here in front of me. The sun is just here all day. It does this, right? It's just, the weather is like, it's okay. It's beautiful. You can sit outside. I can go down by the water. I can go to the beach. Oh my goodness, I can go anywhere, and it's just, I just walk to the store, and I'm like, I feel good again. I fucking love it. She said, I'll manifest you here. Oh shit, she got some strong manifestation powers too, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, Mia said, when, where, and how answered all of my questions. Thank you. Awesome. I love it when I answer everybody questions. You know what I'm saying? That makes me feel good. Let me see, what's the video? Oh, we in 50 minutes? Okay. Just shy of an hour. That's a good timing too. That's good timing. Please share this video. If you shared it, press 7 in the comments. Do I have any other questions, comments, concerns? Snake venom, bufo, pregnant, breastfeeding, trying to conceive, and on children. This was a good talk, y'all. This was a good talk. I enjoyed this. I like good questions, So, let me think. Is there anything else that I need to address there? We talked about the snake venom and the Kambo, pregnant, trying to conceive, giving it to children. We done talked about the traveling tours and where I'm going, the in-city retreats that are going on, the classes that are scheduled for the, and we already got people signing in for the January class. So I'm going to tell people, hop in that January class. You know what I'm saying? If you ready now, if you ready in the next couple months to become a sacred animal venoms practitioner, what would make a person become a sacred animal venoms practitioner? A few things. One, you're a healer in the community. Like, if you are a healer, if you're a medicine man, if you deal with sacred plant medicine, and you know about the herbs and what plants to give an individual, right? The healing community. If you are a sacred fungi practitioner and you are assisting people with their mental, emotional, and spiritual practices, taking people into the other realms. If you're a transdimensional travel agent or a spiritual tour guide, this is adding to your resume because we're healing, one, a different modality when we're dealing with the psychedelics. 2, we're dealing with a different kingdom when we're dealing with the fungi and the plant medicines. So you got modalities of where you're going with, and you got kingdoms that you're utilizing. So if you are a plant medicine healer, I would invite you to do the knowledge to the venoms, because the majority of the herbs that you're using to assist your people in healing, there's usually a venom that will do the same thing, that will do it faster and more effectively. That's what a lot of people have not understood yet about the animal medicines, is that they are addressing the same things that the plant medicines and that the mineral medicines are addressing, that the fungi medicines are addressing. But the expression of the animal medicines is faster, and the consciousness is higher. So the intelligence of doing the actual works is more diligent. Whereas with the plant medicine, it takes anywhere to 3 to 4 months for full effects to come on, right? With fungi medicine, you're looking at anywhere from a month to weeks. And with animal medicine, you're looking at anywhere from immediate to days, right? So it's an addition to your resume as a healer in the community, right? Also, I'm going to tell you, the majority, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, the majority of my students that have taken my class thus far have had their own things that they were trying to take care of. Throat issues, thyroid issues, cancers, different things like this. right? And so it's like, well, if I'm going to go and pay to get treatments, then after so many treatments, it costs this amount anyway, then why not just pay that amount to be taught how to give the treatments? Then I can, one, treat myself, and two, treat my community. The majority of healers in the community learn by healing themselves or loved ones. So basically, a lot of us, these things start at home. So if you have a loved one that's going through something, or you're going through something, and you know that these venoms or this Kambo and these things, the bufo, can assist with that, why not come and learn to be a practitioner yourself? Now, let me be clear. Don't be scared to be a practitioner. Failure as a practitioner means that I need to approach it again in another way. Failure as a practitioner always induces learning. Anytime that I tried to do something with a client and it didn't work, I failed, quote unquote, right? It makes me go, but how and where? And then I go back and I pay attention to what we did, what did happen and what didn't happen. And then it gives me the information to be able to go, oh, I get it. Because now, and so it needs to be, and they using this, which stops this from, right? So the more you, that's why we're called practitioners. In class, you also learn to be an administrator and a facilitator, period. You learn that in my class. But that's not what I'm training. I'm training practitioners. What's the difference? An administrator is going to administrate the medicine. That's it. So whatever you came to me for, I'm going to give you this. Now you go home. It either worked or it didn't. Whether it worked or it didn't has nothing to do with me. You can't call me and say it didn't work. I'm not a practitioner. I don't know what the fuck to do next. I just administered this because you said, I've heard that this will do that. And you administer that, so I want that. Okay, cool. I administer it. We teach people how to be facilitators, which means when somebody has something administered, now there's somebody needs to be somebody there to facilitate what they're going through, whether it's Kambo and the effects that they're having, or whether it's snake venom and they're in a meditative state and the person's doing Reiki and bringing them something to drink and whatever, a facilitator. But guess what? After I facilitated that and you go home, if it worked or not, there's nothing for me to do. I was just facilitating. You calling me somebody it didn't work. Well, you need to call the person that administered. Then you call the person that administered and be like, it didn't work. And they like, well, you told me this is what you needed. No, we train practitioners, which means we know why we're doing what we're doing. We know why we're giving you what we're giving you. We know why. And there is a desired outcome from what we're doing. So after we do what we do, if that desired outcome has not came out, then I need to go back and do something else. Or I need to do it again. Or I need to do it differently. Or I need to do it more, or I need to do it less. And guess what? I need to have the knowledge of which one of those options it is. That's what a practitioner is. I practice this. I do this consistently and constantly. I am studying this consistently and constantly. If you today ask me a question about I don't know, tomorrow when I see your ass, I will be able to tell you the answer to that. That's what a practitioner is. So this is what we train. So I'm saying all this to say, I'm training you how to be a sacred animal venoms practitioner. Right? We're here to accomplish missions, and we know what we're dealing with. And now with that, I also teach my students, the more you learn, the more you earn. I teach my students, understand, I'm giving you a modality to add to your resume. You should not stop here. Even though I specialize in and teach sacred animal venoms and the animal kingdom medicines, I utilize all of the kingdom medicines. I am knowledgeable in the mineral kingdom. I'm knowledgeable in the plant kingdom. I'm knowledgeable in the fungi kingdom. I'm knowledgeable in the animal kingdom, and I'm knowledgeable in the kingdom of man. And each one of those kingdoms that I just named has modalities of medicine. What is a modality of man medicine in the humans or the kingdom of man? Well, semen, sex, sex. Semen has anti-depressant and anti-psychotic properties in it. So when you hear people say she tripping, she needs some dick, they not being funny. No, it's true. You know. How about Reiki? Reiki is a medicine in the kingdom of man. Ooh, somebody said life coaching. Okay, okay. You know what? I ain't never thought about that, but they right. They right. Life coaching. I like that. Um, Reiki, prayer and meditation is a medicine of the kingdom of man. Placebo, your placebo effect. Reiki, yeah, you too. Okay, I'm a Reiki practitioner as well. Hey, you ever used microdoses while doing your Reiki? You and your client. If you haven't, if you're a Reiki practitioner out there and you have not included microdosing into your practices, should your local laws allow it, I would invite you to do that. You take a micro, as soon as your client gets there, you take a microdose, they take a microdose, and y'all sit and have some tea for 30, 45 minutes and talk. Then let them get on the Reiki table and go to work. Oh my God. Oh, it changes everything. Everything. Oh, Reiki, getting Reiki while on entheogens of any type, magical, magical, magical. You understand? So that's the kingdom of man. So dealing with the kingdom of animals, we dealing with snake venom. We dealing with frog secretion, toad venom, um, or toad poison, spider venom, scorpion venom, platypus venom. What? What? Yeah, platypus. Platypuses are venomous. You see how mother? You, look how platypus look. You don't think he carry a pistol with him? Shit. Everybody picking on a platypus. Look at him. Yeah, he got a pistol on him. Platypus is venomous. Okay. Um, the jellyfish. Yeah, and what's that? The cone snail. Yeah. Um. Um. Yeah. So these animal venoms, it's the same thing. You go out in the wild and you look for a plant to help you with your insulin, to help you with your diabetes. You go get, you know, coffee cherry skins. Coffee cherry skins for your insulin or your diabetes, treating your diabetes as well as the antioxidant properties. This man, they say it's like the antioxidant properties in the coffee cherry skins are through the roof, right? So anyway, so you go out in nature and you search for that and those plants to alter your diabetes. I go and get black-necked spitting cobra, maybe the Gila monster venom, right? So, okay, here's another one. If you deal with the plant medicine, and we dealing with the regeneration of the brain, we're gonna go to um, what is it? Rosemary, and I would deal with walnuts, um, and ginkgo biloba, right, on some plant medicine. But if I go to the fungi medicine, regeneration of the brain, lion's mane, and it's gonna work faster and more powerful. Lion's mane, right? Fungi medicine. All right, hold on. Go up a notch. Animal medicine. I'm going to use cobra with the neurotoxins and the nerve growth factors. Yeah, and it's going to work faster than the lion's mane. See what I'm saying? So each one of these different kingdoms, oh, cordyceps, hey, lions. Okay, look at you. See, look at it. We got a fungi, medicine worker in here. See how they throwing it out? Oh, so dig. Anytime we talk about cordyceps, if y'all see my videos, you already know what I'm gonna say. And if you don't, good. That's why I always say it. If you don't know about cordyceps, let me tell you about the cordyceps. Cordyceps, there's two different types. There's the cordyceps sinensis and cordyceps militaris, right? Now, they are similar in a lot of ways. They both give the energy, both give the clear, like oxygen, all types of good shit, right? But the cordyceps sinensis has a compound within it that's only found nowhere else on the earth but in the cordyceps sinensis, and it's called cordyceps. Cordyceps stops breast cancer cells from being able to masticize, spread, and grow. Wait, what? Say that again? Yeah. So it's like a birth control for breast cancer cells. It doesn't kill them off like copperhead venom does. Wink, wink. But it holds them at bay. So I think that it's very important for any women that have a family history of scares, have found maybe lumps in their breasts, anything like that. I would advise you to microdose cordyceps sinensis mushrooms at least 3 to 4 times a week. Period. Forever. Why not? What you mean? It's just a capsule. Or put it in your smoothie, the powder, however you do it. I'm saying it's a natural thing that will keep certain things from off you. So we always talk about medicine and how to treat something. What about preventive medicine? Why is that not why is that something that we don't want to do? Preventive medicine. You know what that is? That's a smart diet. And supplements. Supplement your health. That's all you're doing. You're adding things to your body. What if someone is in hospice? Can we reverse this? I'll say this. I don't make claims, but I'll say that there have not been too many people that I've said, oh, it's too late. I won't work with them. Let me just be clear. You know what I'm saying? The only time that that has been a problem is when people come to me to treat somebody and that person cannot confirm the treatment themselves. Me personally, and this isn't everybody, I'm a controversial person. I won't give women Kambo because Kambo causes abortions. There's a woman who asked me, "Can you give me Kambo?" So no, yes, I'm totally into you having the right to do whatever you want and your choice and all of that, whatever they call that, pro-life, pro-choice, whatever. Like, yeah, that's cool. But I am not interested in killing any unborn babies, me personally. So I won't do that, right? So there's certain things that I will and won't do based off my own values and beliefs. So one thing that I have is I have a informed consent. They they have to give me informed consent. Anybody I'm doing medicine work on. So if this person's in a condition where they cannot speak or write, or if I ask them a question, nod their head like, "Yo, are you okay with me giving you vent? Mm-hmm. Do you understand what's about to happen?" Mm-hmm. If they can't give me a confirmation, I won't do it. And that was one of the hardest things to do, was to turn down somebody who had their loved one who was incapacitated and they wanted me to come and give them venoms, and they were telling me that they can't talk to me. And I'm like, well, can they confirm that they themselves want the venom? And they was like, nah, but I'm their signet power of attorney. So I can sign for everything. And I still wouldn't do it. And, some people had an issue with that. But I've always said I need informed consent. When I do medicine work on children, they themselves have to tell me that they are okay with it, that they want me. It can't be the mother saying, I know he needs it, and he's scared to get burned. Well, all right, he needs to know. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna burn you, right? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I tell them everything, and they say, you still want to go? You know what I'm saying? It was one beautiful little baby girl in the community. Her mother said she need Kambo. I'm like, okay. She's like, I said, is she okay with it? She said, yeah. Okay, and they came the day of, and then we got ready to do the Kambo. And so I sit next to baby girl and I'm getting ready and she starts crying. And I was like, you okay? She was like, no, I'm scared. And I was like, it's okay. If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it. I told you. And she's like, I know. I still want you to do it. I'm just telling you I'm scared. And I was like, damn, this is a child. So I forgot. Adults, they'll sit there and be looking like, I'm ready. I'm ready. She's just being honest. No, I know what's coming, but I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm scared. No. I want you to do it, but this is how children express themselves. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, and we gave her the Kambo, and after she felt like a big girl. She was all happy, and you know what I'm saying? She felt like I was glad that she was able to move, because that's what courage is, moving on in the face of fear. So as a young child, she showed tremendous courage because she was really scared, y'all. She was. And then, even going through it, it was uncomfortable, but she never was like, I don't want it no more, take it off, stop, none of that. It was a beautiful thing. So, but yeah, I need informed consent for me to do my works. So that's the part. But would I take care of somebody in hospice? Um, and also the other, like when you say hospice, usually that is a place. So let me be clear. That's the other part that comes is like, um, there would have to be a lot of discussion and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Allowance. It's kind of like, can I come to the hospital and give you Kambo? Hell no. The hospital's not going to allow that. And I'm like that type of, you know what I'm saying? Like so doing something like this in a place like that, you know what I'm saying? Everything we would have to have, everything signed, filled out. The place that I'm doing it at would have to have, signed to say that they're allowing me to be here on the premises to do whatever the spiritual, religious work, right, and decisions of the family is. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because that's what really would be the issue, is a lot of that type of shit. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Man. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all. I love y'all questions. I love y'all comments. I love y'all tapping in. It seems like everybody that taps in and says something always says the perfect thing at the perfect time. It's like, when she said cortisone, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the hospice thing, like yeah, the rate, like everything, like I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you all to everybody who shared this. What else, man? If there's no more questions, comments, or concerns about anything, you know what I'm saying? Hey, oh man, I love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all when I go on tour. My last few months of the year, I'm not really booked up. Just to be clear, I'm not really booked up. So if anybody needs, wants, or is requesting me over the last few months of 2023, y'all can go ahead and holler at me. Do I got anything planned? I don't got nothing solid. Oh, hold on. Kaylin, good question. I'm not gonna address that. I'm not even gonna talk about that. I love you, but I'm not gonna even repeat that publicly. You starting some shit, and I'm gonna leave that at that, right? And yeah, talk to me one on one, cause that's not, you know what I mean? That's going down further down the road. Right now, we ain't even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but to answer your question, yes. Okay. The question, could you give them the? Yes, I could, and I'm just gonna answer that. I'm not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because once things go out in public, everybody be like, "Wait a minute, you was talking about," and I don't want to start that in the community yet, right? So that's coming, but we taking small steps. Even though people don't know it, we taking small steps into what we're doing, where we're going, and how we're operating. Right? Good question though, and yes, but that's something that I'll discuss with them one on one instead of publicly. So that's why I told them to hit me up and we can talk about it, because I'll tell them that one on one instead of making that public. I don't know what was acceptable to ask or not. It's not. It wasn't acceptable. It was okay to ask. It's just I'm not going to, open that realm of things up in the community yet. That's all. We do a lot of works. human design. If y'all not tapped into y'all human design, I will invite you to tap into your human design and learn about yourself. It'll help you out a whole lot in every single aspect of life. Anyway, I am I'm an emotional manifesting generator, and I have I think a 1-3. I think authority is what they call it. So a 1-3 is an investigator martyr. So I do a lot of investigating first. When I come and I teach and I talk and you all know sometimes I be like on some egotistical, like I don't give a fuck. Tell whoever want to argue with me, want to debate me, want to go back and forth. Let's get on stage. Put a thou up. You know what I'm saying? Put 10 thou up. And let's go back and forth on some battle rap, but on some knowledge shit. No, we ain't rapping. We spitting goddamn on scientific evidence, motherfucking research, the books, the actual, you know, academics of what it is we're dealing with, you know. So with that being said, I do a lot of investigative work first. So, oh, you're a 1-3 also. Okay. So with that being said, I'll do some things, I'll do something for a year straight before I even tell you about it. So that I know that when I tell you about it, or when I give it to you, or when I produce it, or when I bring it about, I already know. We done did the knowledge on it. We done did the studies on it. We done did the scientific research. We done did. So some things that I have access to that some individuals know, and are like, hey, like where the fuck is that at? I got it. Like I don't put it into public until we do our full investigations, our full, clinical research, our full theory, hypothesis work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm real big on integrity in these spaces. And I've seen people who have tried to teach things they don't know about, tried to offer things that they've not themselves done. It's a lot of people doing things just for the money or just to say that they're in the same circles as this other person. It's just so many things that I've seen that I've found to be disgusting. And so, with that being said, I don't be in a hurry to do anything. I be intentional on everything that I'm doing, being as correct and having as much integrity behind it as possible. Period. So with that being said, we do our work over here. We do our work over here. You know what I'm saying? I was doing 7 years, 7 to 10 years of medicine studies, going in on high gram dosages repeatedly over years before I got out here trying to teach some people, man. I be seeing some shit going on now, and I just be like, I be disappointed with it, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I be disappointed. I be like, man, like, what? Come on, man. Like, come on. Where's the integrity? Like, that's it. I'm just gonna say it like that, man. We need some integrity. Can we please? And that's why, like, I take my students through what I take them through, man. Because, like, when I speak on different individuals and different circles of different things, oh, I speak greasy. And can't nobody really say nothing about me because I got receipts for my shit. No, you ain't. You're a liar. You deceive people. You take from people. You all of these type of shit, right? So my whole thing is like, that's one of the first things I'm looking for in my students is integrity. Because I'll be damned if you're gonna get out here talking about you a student of mine and you doing all the wrong shit, taking advantage of people, lying to people, stealing from people, doing fucked up things during ceremonies. Like who the fuck? Nah. Integrity is the first thing. My name is Sincere Seven. I don't give a fuck about how the people in the community feel about me because I already know why. Because I hold people responsible for their motherfucking bullshit. Integrity. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You a fucking elder. Then you know fucking better. God damn it. Why you an elder? Why you lying in? Why you doing people wrong? Or because you are a great teacher, or because you're then why listen, I always tell people stop me when I start telling lies. As long as I'm telling the truth, I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. Why is you telling people? People don't need to know that. Yeah, they do. Why don't they? God, why are you putting my business out? It ain't your business. It's public business. Why do I know about it? Because this person went through it. So that's their business. That's their business. You just happen to be involved in it. And I tell people all the time, I'm honored to be a part of your story. You want to know why I'm honored to be a part of your story? Because nobody out here is telling stories that include me in them that are fucked up. Never took from nobody. Never promised somebody something and didn't give it to them. Never had somebody pay for services they didn't receive. Never had people pay me for medicine and I gave them different medicine, knowing it wasn't what they asked for, but I'm gonna give it to them. And he's like, come on, like, well. Integrity. It's the number one thing. That's my number one medicine. Integrity and honesty. And that shit make a lot of people sick. One man's medicine is another man's poison. If that ain't the truth. Hey, listen, y'all. I love y'all. I enjoyed the talk. Again, hopefully y'all shared this. If you shared this, press 7. So I'll know who my shares are. Oh, hold on. We gotta the real Eero music. Iraq music, the real Iraq music. Okay. I trust and value your knowledge, wisdom, and research, and I appreciate your patience with us as we learn more about the life-changing aspect. Again, I'm honored to be a part of your story. Because all I am is the medicine man. All I am is the harmonizer of the community. People who are out of harmony within themselves, I reharmonize them. But I'm not the band. Y'all are the orchestra. Y'all the orchestra. I just come in with the tuning fork and be like, end of the night, make sure all the instruments is playing right. But y'all the ones they writing the papers about. Y'all the ones that are showing up. Y'all the ones showing out. Y'all the ones teaching the children, that saving the people, that all of the things that are done in the community, in the village, in the society, that's you all making this magic happen. I'm just helping to assist to make sure that you all can be comfortable enough and in an ease state enough to go out and make y'all magic happen. That's why I'm honored to be a part of y'all story. Man, I feel like what makes me dope is the people that I have served. The people that I have served, the people that I've sat with, the people I've taught with, the people I've smoked with, people I've served. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the cannabis, I take pride in knowing that I served a lot of these rappers and these artists and these movie stars. And you know what I'm saying? When Rakim coming to town, he coming to pick me up like, yo, like I need this much weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the different people that I've been amongst and been able to meet. And, Julian Marley and the Wailers coming over to my grow room and kicking it all day, eating Jamaican pot, Jamaican food, drinking Guinness stouts and red stripe. Then I go and take him into the grow room. He go nuts. Jamaican man never seen an indoor grow room. Wait, what? You never? No, yeah, grow it indoors. What the fuck, boy? Yo, he was so, like, this is some dope shit. That's what I feel good. Now, I'm not the shit like y'all are. Y'all are the shit. I'm honored to be with you all. I'm honored to be a part of you all. I'm honored to serve y'all. I'm honored that when y'all go somewhere and be like, man, hell yeah, I got sick as fuck. And I went and seen this medicine man. He called himself Sincere. And he gave me this shit called Kambo and Snake Venom. And man, I was good. And people hearing that like, oh man, it was an honor for me to be brought up in that story. Like literally, I'm honored to be a part of y'all's story. I just wanted to let you know that we love you, brother. And thank you. Because I be needing that shit sometimes. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be feeling like, I be like, damn, man, everything that I do from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, everything that I do is for my peoples. Like, that's not even exaggeration. Like, my whole life is based off of what can I do, give, or offer to my community. So sometimes I get in that, the oppression trap triangle, and I'm looking at myself as a victim. And, all I do is give, and I don't get nothing back, and I don't get no recognition, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'll find myself in that oppression trap triangle and shit, right? But the truth of the matter is, shit, what else would you like to do? Like, I'm honored to be a part of y'all's stories, So with that being said, as the real Iraq music just did, today I would like you all to tell somebody you love them in the language that they can understand it in. Peace.